Daisy, what is there a state or a feeling that you'd like to have more of?
Inspiration.
Inspiration. Okay. And was there a time that you recall that you were feeling particularly inspired?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about that.
It was when I got. I'm going to say the first time I got certified as a hypnotherapist.
Mm-hmm. And when was this?
That was 2021.
So 2021, yeah. And where were you?
It was an online course. It was in Mount Isa, where I was living at the time.
So you're in Mount Isa?
Yes, and I got certified as a therapist.
And where were you? How did you find out that you'd been certified?
So it was, I had to do it was online, and I had to put someone under and do that change work in front of everyone else in the group. And then when I accomplished that, and I got the tick, and I was certified, and I got sent my certificate.
And when was it that when you realised how happy you're feeling? How much? What was the emotion again? Inspiration. Yeah. Where were you when you really sensed that inspiration?
Yeah, it was when I did the change work, and
so it was afterwards.
It was afterwards. Yeah.
So you're at Mount Isa.
Yeah.
And you've been like an office, bedroom, lounge room, where?
Just in my office.
So you're in your office.
Yeah, sitting down at the computer screen.
And you're doing the change work, yes? You're doing the change work, and there's other people on the call. They're kind of watching, and you're doing the change work. And what was happening just before you realised how inspired you're feeling?
What was happening?
Yeah, just before you actually realised.
I feel like I was just using my gifts to improve someone's lives, and I felt like I was just enjoying just really embodying my potential and sharing that with someone. And
so there you are. You're in your office, and you're just sharing your potential.
Yeah, right?
You're sharing your gifts, and there you are. You're online, and you're doing that, right?
Yeah.
And as you're sharing your gifts like this, what's happening?
I'm just feeling like I'm meant for more. And like I'm improving someone's lives, and what that will do for their life, and they might even tell people about it, and they might come to me and I'll grow my business and share more.
And so you're improving their lives.
Yeah,
and you're sharing.
Yeah, I was imagining myself being really great in the world, like embodying my full potential. And that's how I felt when I was doing it, when it was complete.
Now I get a sense that you're feeling a little bit of that now, am I right?
Yeah.
How can you tell?
I can tell because my voice has increased, my energy has increased. I have these images with kind of what's possible for my life, reminding myself I'm actually passionate about.
Excellent. So let's pause it there. Okay. And I'll bring you up for the second half of this in a moment. Okay. So what did you guys notice then?
She was there. The energy, you could tell she was feeling that feeling she wanted to feel.
Yeah.
She was back there.
Was it? Did you notice when that happened? Could you tell? It was a really telltale sign. It was very obvious. Yes.
Face relaxed.
Yes.
She started smiling.
Her
eyes got brighter.
Body language got bigger.
Just shoulders actually moved.
Shoulders
moved back. Just a little bit. Shoulders moved back.
Did anyone notice what I was doing or what I was asking when that occurred? What was I doing? Yeah.
You were echoing her a lot.
Yes.
Saying the same thing she was saying and giving it back to her again and again. And she was like,
And what happened? What happened?
Reaffirming you.
Right. What happened every time I did that?
She would flow on more. She would say another thing. She would be like, and she would agree with you, and you could see she was feeling it. It was like stepping up and up and up, and it was intensifying the feeling that she was already feeling by you just repeating the same thing that she said.
Yeah, and this is what we learned yesterday, right? Echoing.
Reinforcement.
Yeah. And I didn't so much do it then because of the type of emotion, but the low, slow flow. Okay. I did it a little bit, but yeah, it was more appropriate for me to be excited and to say that in the excited way because that was the feeling, right? If it was some other feeling, if it was like relaxation, then I would have done it a little bit different. But I was still emphasizing those words. I used her words, and notice I forgot the main word. Did anyone pick that up? It's like, shit, what was her main word? Inspiration?
Inspiration.
It's okay. Let's go.
Whatever, it feels good.
Right? I screwed up. This is good for you, Lockie. Right? So it's like, no, seriously, I screwed up. Right? I just forgot. Shit, what was the main emotion? Right? So what did I do? I asked. What was the main thing?
Like you
Right?
screwed up.
Nah.
What was the main thing? Right?
Like just make her
To think about it.
think about it again.
Yeah.
I lost track. Right? I completely lost track, and I just kept going, didn't I? Right? And this is good for everyone. You know, I'm sorry to pull you out, but only because there's been times where you've lost track, and then you've gone, oh, hang on. It's like no, just go with it. They don't know, right? Right? But this is important for everyone. Okay. And so every time I kind of went back there, right? She was giving me more information. She began to become even brighter. The body language opened up. The smiles got even brighter. Okay. And I kind of held her back in that moment. Did you notice that? Like when did you notice how good you were feeling? I pinpointed it. And where were you?
Focused on
It was almost like she wanted to go on and tell you a bit more about it, but you were like, whoa, let's come back to the time you were really feeling it.
Yeah. I pulled her back, right? And I engaged some of the things. There was the feelings, there was the where were you. I didn't so much talk about the listening. I could have brought in more of the auditory at that point. I could have mentioned, okay, and were you sitting or standing? Or, most likely you were sitting, I should have said, were you alone with others, but I kind of just assumed that you were alone, but maybe I shouldn't have. But I kind of focused more on the information that you gave me. So it's like, where are you? What are you? Probably the thing that happened quite naturally with you, which doesn't always happen with people, is the information, the content really just flowed immediately. So I just went with that. It doesn't always flow immediately like that. And sometimes you need to pull out and draw out that information. And so you say, where are you? Are you alone or with others? The three most important questions, and I'll write these down in a moment. Where are you? Is it day or night? Are you alone or with others? Are you inside or outside? Now, can anyone tell what I'm doing with those? Because I'm giving like a bipolar choice, right? Yep.
Creating context, cementing context.
Yes.
You're anchoring.
Yes, that's true. But there's something else. If I say, is it day or night? What am I doing? I'm giving them options, right? But am I telling them what it should be? Am I saying, is it night?
Yeah.
There's something called false memory syndrome. Okay, I don't want to implant a suggestion in their head. Right? Is it day or night? Well, they get to choose. Are you alone or with others? They get to choose. Are you inside or outside? Okay, so I'm asking these opposite, giving them these options to choose from. Right? By them answering those, I'm getting some content of the environment. Where are you is very important because where are you and when are you? But when are you doesn't necessarily, and again, you're a natural, you went straight into it. So I've kind of got to create some of the things that could go wrong. But if I say, when are you, they might say, oh, it was back then. Okay. But if I say, where are you, it's like they've got to step into that memory again. Right? Where are you? They've got to go into it to remember, I was in my office, in front of the computer. And so where are you is important. Okay. What are you sensing? What are you seeing? Now, why do I say, what are you sensing? What are you seeing? Why do I give those two options? Anyone care to guess?
What you're seeing is visually what you're seeing, but what you're sensing could be like you're hearing or what's around you kind of thing that's not visual, but you're sensing it.
And it could also depend on.
Yep. Lockie? Yep.
Yeah.
Bang on the money. Yep. So it's great if you can get the visual stuff going. That would be excellent, but not everyone is visual. If I just say, "What are you seeing?" They say black.
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay. Does that give me any content? But what are you sensing? What are you seeing? That opens it up for them to explore more, to give you more content and more information. Okay. So you want to associate them within the memory. There's another important thing that I did that no one's mentioned yet. Anyone get a guess?
You didn't disagree with her.
Oh, it's her memory. She knows better than me.
Yeah. You didn't try and sort of remodel any impressions.
No, definitely not. That's where you get false memories.
Yeah.
Or install anything.
Yeah, or
No.
install anything, yes. Well, yeah,
That's
you
right.
just kind of kept it. Probably.
That's right, but there's something else.
You asked the question, your body language was there,
Mhm.
you were interested, you were listening, and you were echoing back.
All of that's right. Did you say something?
I was going to say, was it reading the body language?
Yes, but I wasn't doing that intentionally. I wasn't really focused on that. Yeah, probably, but I wasn't really thinking about that. All of that's important. But if you forget about mirroring and matching and you just be you be authentic, then that's just going to happen anyway. It's good information, but yeah.
You're getting actually absorbed in
Definitely. How did I do that though? I mean, there's many ways. I changed my tense. Instead of past tense, I went into present tense. All right? So I said, even the "where are you?" that's taking it, like you went straight into it. You made it too easy for me. Normally, but more often than not, people will say, back then, they'll still talk about it as if it's in past tense. Well, I was here. I was this, I was in my office. I think you said that at first. And then I said, okay, so you're in your office. Yeah. You're in your office, you're in front of what's happening? Not what happened.
You've reframed it as though it
As
is
if
now.
you're in it.
As though you're actually, the now.
Yep.
That you're in that moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I did that subtly. I just did that here and there. Now, sometimes, more often than not, people will put it in past tense and you've got to kind of work it at least a little bit to get them into present tense, like you're in that moment now. Occasionally, it is a real challenge and they keep putting it in past tense. And I say, no, well, let's say you're there now. The other day I had to say to someone, okay, let's say we've jumped in a time machine. There's only the moment. You're in that moment, right? And so I had to be very direct, right? But I obviously want to do it indirectly and have them try to pop into that rather than having to feed it to them. But you want to get them into present tense in that moment, okay? Even if again, we knew she was there by the look on her face, the smile, her eyes lit up, the body language, right? So do you think that she was there, right? Did it look like a traditional hypnotic session where her eyes closed?
No.
Right? Was she in an altered state of awareness?
Oh, altered state of awareness?